Caitlin, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing the Ride or Die makeup tag created by Jaclyn Hill herself. In this tag, I'm going to be explaining you my favorite makeup products that I've loved and that I constantly use since day one, since I started wearing makeup, since I started falling in love with makeup and started becoming more experienced with it. So I'm going to start out in the order that I would normally apply these products onto my face. So for that, I'm going to start with primer. The first thing, this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. I initially first got this primer just because not so much to help my foundation last a little bit longer, but because I had such crazy oily skin, I wanted to use something that helped mattify my face. So what drew me to this product is on the bottle it says you can use alone, under makeup, or over makeup, and at the time I was not wearing foundation, so I just wanted to use it alone, and I really loved it because it mattified my face without making my face feel so thick or so heavy, and it just felt good onto the skin. So I love this primer for that. Next thing is foundation. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. This is in the color Buff Beige. Because I had such oily skin, I thought the only type of foundation I was allowed to use was matte foundations until I came across a YouTube video actually one day. I forgot who was actually creating the video, but I remember she had similar skin to me, so she had oily skin as well, and I saw her, she actually used a luminous foundation, and I was like, what? Really, girl? Do you not see how oily your skin is? And then she didn't so much use this foundation, but she used another luminous foundation, and it looked so beautiful how she applied it onto her skin. It made her look so youthful and glowy. And then she was doing a review on it and how it lasts throughout the day, and it didn't look as oily as I thought it was going to look throughout the day because it is a luminous foundation. So I was like, I wanted to try that method out myself, so I picked up this foundation. This is like my second tube of this foundation, and I really love it. Set it with a little powder, and I'm good to go. I don't need to, cake the powder on, but take a big fluffy brush, dip it in the powder, and just swipe it all over my face. My face still looks luminous and glowy without looking oily or cakey. So my next thing is concealer. You guys know I love this concealer. I use it all the time in my videos. It's featured in all of my favorites videos. This is the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer. This is in the color 30 Light Medium. I use this concealer for an everyday concealer because it's not so bright and it's not so dark. It gives me the nice highlighted underline I need for a nice natural face, and I love it because it has such good coverage, but it doesn't feel so cakey, and it does not crease up underneath my skin whatsoever. Concealer, once I patted it on, set it and everything, it was good for the whole entire day. So for that, I use this concealer like every single day. I put on my everyday makeup. My next thing is powder. I was using pressed powders for a while, but then they made my face look so cakey. So then I wanted to try a loose powder, so I picked up this. This is the Airspun Loose Face Powder. I use this all the time to set underneath the eyes, but in the very beginning I set my whole face with it because a lot of powders made me look so powdery. Like if you look close enough, you could see the powder just sitting there on top of my skin. It didn't really smooth the skin, it just sat on top of the skin and it didn't look pretty at all. So when I used this powder and I dusted a little bit across my face, it made my face look so smooth and so glowy. I really love this powder. Now I use it a lot more for baking underneath the face because I don't powder now on my face. I either, one, don't use a powder, or two, I'll use like a little lightweight pressed powder, but I use this powder all the time now for bakage underneath the face. So the next thing is bronzer. This is my very first bronzer that I've ever come across when I started using makeup. This is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny. This is the very first bronzer I've ever bought in my whole entire life, and to this day, I am still madly in love with this bronzer since the first time I used it. It makes me look so... It really helps bronze up the skin without making me look muddy or look like I have a bronzer on. It looks so natural, it's so pretty. It's good for like an every single day look. And I use this bronzer all the time, as you can tell. And this is like my third casing of this bronzer. So yeah. Now for blush, I have never been so much a blush girl, but when I came across this blush, I loved how it looked on my skin tone because not a lot of pinks show up on my blush, and if they do, not a lot of pinks show up onto my skin tone, and if they do, they look really powdery. So I wanted something that was more bronzier, but not so much like a bronzer, but I wanted some color. I wanted a flush color, but I wanted it to be nice and warm. So I saw this and I tried it, and it looks so pretty onto my skin. This is the Almay Smart Shade Blush in 30 Coral Look at this. It has so many different tones in it. The main color is obviously the pinkish coral out here, and then it has like little specks of like a golden bronze, a darker coral inside of them. It really looks so pretty onto my skin tone. It just gives me that nice flush of color that I want in my everyday look. My next thing is a highlighter. This is not the very first highlighter I purchased, but this is the very first highlighter that I've actually noticed isn't so chalky, because you know, when highlighters started to become a main thing, the very first highlighters I bought, they were very chalky, and I just thought that they were supposed to be that, or they were so glittery, and I was like, no, I want a nice sheen that makes me look so pretty and so glowy without looking like I swam in a chalk bath. So for that, this is the Hard Candy highlighter. This is in the color Tiki. I believe they have 2 other shades, but this is my favorite. Look how pretty it looks. It's like that nice gold sheen look to it. Gorgeous, and I use this also every single day. All these products, I literally, if I want to throw something on my face that I know is going to work, know it's going to how to look, know how it's going to keep up in the heat or the winter or the cold or whatever the case may be, I always pick these products. Always, 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 always. Now I'm going to jump in for the eyes. Oops, sorry. An eyeshadow palette that I always, always, always jump into. This is the Tarte Lip palette. I love this palette because it has a nice range of warms down here. Then it has like the little color of the purples. And then it has like the warmish gray cool tones down here at the bottom as well. So this is a great universal palette. Every time I'm going out of town, I'm more than likely taking this palette and probably another palette. But no hesitation, I always pick up this palette. For my liner, you can tell that this liner is deeply loved because the writing is now gone. This is the NYC liquid liner. I love this because it's the very first liquid liner I tested. When I first started out with makeup, obviously I used pencil, and then I went in with gel liner. I fell in love with gel liner, but of course I wanted to try something different, so I tried liquid liner, and I've been using these liquid liner, the same exact one, for like, well, not in this, you know, same two. Obviously, I had to buy new ones because they run out or they get old or whatever the case may be. But I've been using this for like 3 years now. Y'all, I love this liner so much. Speaking of another liner, when I first started out with makeup, I didn't know, I was scared to put something on my waterline, so I didn't do that at first until recently, actually. And I've always put like a white underneath my waterline, and then I saw this bad boy, and this is more of a nude. This is the Rimmel Extravagant Liner in 213 in the nude. I love how this looks, especially for my skin tone. It actually looks, it doesn't look like I have a liner down there. It just looks like my actual waterline. It's so bright, and it just opens up my eyes so wide, and it helps me look awake and alive, and I love it for that. For mascara, this is my favorite mascara of life. You guys just don't understand how much I love this mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I use this every single time I'm putting on mascara. But I love this mascara, and I use it every time to put on my lashes. Now for the last thing, our lips. I could be original and go in with the Carmex, but like, let's be honest, even when I'm not wearing makeup, I will wear this lip gloss just because I love it that much. Sorry about my phone going off, but this is the Maybelline Color Elixir in Nude Illusion. Can we take a minute? I love this lip gloss so much. You guys probably heard me talk about this lip gloss in my favorites videos and my makeup tutorials. This is just a lip gloss I'm always going to. I don't know, it just feels so good on the lips. It's not so sticky like normal lip glosses, but it's not like a matte. It just makes my lips look good, look big and voluminous. And I don't know, I just love this lip gloss so much, and like I said, I will wear this even when I have no other makeup on. Now that is all for my Ride or Die makeup products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions or just want to say hey. Other than that, all the products that I talked about in today's video will be listed down below, as well as my social media links if you guys want to find me somewhere else. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you beautiful, beautiful people in my next video. Bye, everyone.